I know that you cannot live in hope alone, but without it, life is not worth living. Harvey Milk. Welcome to Grimly.
Mm-hmm.
Comfy cozy.
Yes.
Comfy cozy core.
Comfy cozy core.
Comfy cozy core. I don't know.
Trying to come up with a rhyme, but I couldn't go with it.
I came up with comfy cozy core. So that's all I got for you.
Hi.
Hello. Hello.
We haven't done this in so long.
I know.
It's
been like a goddamn month.
I feel like it has been a month.
Yeah. Welcome to Grimly.
Welcome to Grimly.
We talk about spooky shit.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
Spooky-ish.
Spooky, morbid, gross.
Yeah, just an air of like weird vibes to unpleasantness.
Always unpleasant.
Usually unpleasant. We haven't really done a pleasant one, I guess, huh?
No. I mean, I guess like Sasquatch is pleasant.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the
pleasant as it
cryptids are like a vibe.
They are.
They're not necessarily an unpleasant vibe, right?
Some of them are terrifying,
Some of them are not great.
but Sasquatch is usually chill.
Yeah.
We love her.
Loch Ness Monster.
stand.
She was pretty
Also
chill.
a benevolent cryptid.
She just hanging out,
Totally.
swimming in the lake over there at the Scotland.
Exactly. So reunited after a month.
Yeah.
Us and our mics.
Yeah. You were in Europe.
I was in Europe.
How was that?
It was nice.
I'm gonna pretend I haven't asked you.
We haven't really talked much about it.
We actually really haven't. I guess that's fair.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't seen you since I got back.
No,
because I
we
had COVID.
literally went on a hike.
I had COVID. Oh, you're right. We went on a hike. Yeah, that's true. But
Yeah.
we had friends. That was a fun day
Yeah.
because it's summertime,
Mm-hmm.
which is great.
Officially in it.
Very long days.
Mm-hmm. Sun's out.
Yes.
All of our guns are out. You know.
Yeah, Europe was fantastic.
Okay.
And then I got COVID, which was my first time getting COVID.
That really sucks. I'm sorry.
I know I got the Nimbus one. Nimbus is what they call it. And the
Okay.
articles say that it feels like razor. I might be a little nasally, actually.
Okay.
It feels like razor blade throat.
Ugh.
And
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
yeah, people sent me the articles where I was like, I think I might have COVID while I was in Spain.
Yeah.
But I thought, I don't know if you've ever had strep throat. It just felt like strep throat. I was like, I wouldn't really call it like razor blade throat, but it was
Right.
unpleasant.
Yeah,
but
not
it
a great
didn't-
time.
It didn't last very long.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That really sucks.
How's your summer going?
Well, you know, went to the No Kings protest while you were in Europe. We had a very different June.
It's true. I know, because we haven't even recorded an episode since before Elon and Trump broke up.
Yeah, since Daddies broke up.
Yes.
During Pride Month. Yeah, we haven't had
Daddies
that.
broke up, and we couldn't even record that week.
No, yeah,
So much has happened since then.
Yeah, I mean, there was No Kings protest. There was the Elon Trump breakup.
Yes.
What else happened? Diddy was basically acquitted in a lot of things.
You were at war.
We're basically at war.
Yeah, a lot has happened.
The big stupid bill that was passed today by the
Did they-
Senate.
Yes. Okay. The House hasn't voted.
No, the
Okay,
House.
we
Yeah,
still-
it has been passed. Unfortunately.
It's voted first and then the Senate voted?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So it has been passed. It's going to Trump's desk to be signed, which seems weirdly ironic for it to happen on the 4th of July. Because tomorrow is the 4th of July. It's just, it's a little bleak over here in America.
It's heavy. Yeah.
It's heavy. I'm trying to think of anything good that happened in June for us.
Well, Diddy was found guilty of 2 charges.
2 charges, but not of any
and he's
major.
still in prison, so that is good.
That is good. That is good.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I do have a question for you.
Okay.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Oh.
So I house sat for you while you were gone. That fucking stool chair situation at your desk.
Oh, yeah.
Because I work from home too.
I know.
What is going on?
You know
what is happening?
It is just like a bar stool that I sit on for
not
10
even
hours
a
a day.
bar stool.
It's a backless bar stool.
It's backless. It's also weirdly slanted.
It is slanted.
So you never actually feel like you're sitting. You might be a masochist, I think is my point.
You know what?
Because
It's so
your
funny.
cats also hate you.
Yeah, the cats love the stool, though. I have to fight them for the stool. I don't know why I use. Well, it's sort of like temporary because I was like, oh, like I'll just use this, and then I just never bought a new one because I know it's like 3 years. I'm like, oh, it's fine, but I don't really notice it except like if I go on vacation or like I take a break and I haven't used it in a few days, and then I try to sit on it for 8 to 10 hours straight. I'm like, oh god damn.
You're like, what the fuck is this?
So bad.
I sat on it for, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes and I was like, this is not gonna work. I grabbed one of your like dining room table.
Those chairs are so rigid too, the dining room table ones. I know there's really no good place to work here. That's crazy.
No, your office is completely fine. It's just the
chair is
seat
bad.
situation.
I know. What you
is real
did you
bad.
just lower the desk
Yes.
and then pull a
Yes.
normal chair up. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have a good answer for this.
There was also a moment.
To me, I think it's just all temporary. It's time.
And you're like, whatever. This is what I'm saying when you're like a high maintenance, low maintenance person.
Uh-huh.
Because you're like, you have that fucking stool.
I am like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. Also, you're like, if it takes too much effort
Yeah.
to fix it, I'm just not going to do it. That is your thing.
Like,
that
this
is
is
your
working. I know. And like, I intend to get around to it someday, but I'm just like, well, that's a lower
whatever.
priority.
And then your husband bought you a fucking chair for Christmas,
He
right?
bought an office chair, but it was too low. Like, I like to be elevated.
Uh-huh.
And so it didn't have like the clearance, and so then the cat adopted it, and then we got rid of it. Now she has another chair. Actually, we have a third chair.
I saw the chair.
The third
in there.
chair will be the final chair.
Okay.
Once we like, I actually like want to move my desk to another part of the room.
Okay.
So that will be the
Rearrangement
yeah, after I get a new
situation.
desk. I'll just get rid of that standing
Yeah.
desk. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't fucking stand anyway. Never. Sometimes I think maybe I should get like one of those little like
The treadmills.
treadmills
That goes underneath.
That would actually be smart.
That would be smart.
I know.
I don't know how people do it because I can't imagine walking
Really
and like
slowly.
trying to focus.
Really slowly.
Is it really slow?
You have to walk really slowly.
Okay.
At least I would.
I guess.
They also make these things too that like it's like a flat board on top of a ball, and you
I've seen
stand
those.
on it and you like balance yourself.
use your like your core strength to try to
I
stand up
guess
straight.
so, yeah.
How
That
the fuck?
sounds like a nightmare
That
to me.
sounds like someone who needs like therapy or something.
Yeah, I've seen people do it at work. I don't understand it.
I don't understand it either. That's weird.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I'd rather sit on
I
a
don't like it.
bar stool.
Yeah. Also, there was a moment when you were gone, and I was like here with the cats. What? I don't know what happened. Something happened with Stella, and you're like, and you told me you're like, she's so mean. I love it. I was like, oh, Mega's like clearly a masochist. I was like,
Oh
your
my
cat's
God.
like deeply fucking hates
She's so mean.
everyone.
Oh my god, she's likes to sit on my desk while I work.
Yeah.
It's torture because she looks like a sweet little teddy bear. She's got this tiny little adorable face and she's fluffy.
Yeah.
And so she'll like lay on my desk and sleep on my desk next to me. But don't fucking touch her.
Do not fucking even think about touching her.
So she just like tortures me, just sitting there being all cute and fluffy, and I can't even touch her, which is
Yeah.
fine. I respect her being close to me. I think it's sweet that she wants to be near me. But I was in the middle of a meeting. It was like an hour-long meeting.
Yeah.
And I was on camera in this meeting, and she decided that like she needed to get up, like she wanted to get down. And since it's like, you know, what is it, like 4 feet off the ground?
Yeah.
I've got to like put her down.
Okay.
And but I'm sharing my screen and I'm like in the meeting, and I can tell she wants to get down, and she's sort of like hovering next to me with her face like kind of in the screen, and no one can see her except this like black blob because I have my settings so that like it blurs everything that's not my face.
Right.
And somebody's like, is that a cat's tail? And I'm like messaging them while I'm in the meeting, and I'm like, it's her face, but like she's so mean. I can't touch her to get her down while I'm in this meeting, or else she's gonna kill me.
Right. She'll slap the shit
She
out
will
of you.
slap me. She will scream at me. I just had to wait. I just had to make her wait until the meeting was over. So you're right. I am abused. I was like, we can't. I can't have this domestic violence happening on camera while I'm at work. Like,
You're a cat masochist. Moral of the story.
Yes, I've been in an abusive relationship. She
Your
scares
fucking
me.
cat. Yeah, I think I told you to like look at, because you have cameras. I was like, look at your camera on this timestamp and watch me like battle Stella.
No, I don't think we saw it. Oh no.
It
Let's
was
go back and look.
I was trying to like push her because she went outside for a little bit. I was trying to like push her back in.
Oh.
And she did not fucking like that.
I mean,
and
if I can find it, we can share it.
I grabbed a flip flop. And I was trying to like push her, and she just
I don't blame you.
beats the shit out of the flip flop.
She's savage.
I was like, this fucking psycho
No,
bitch.
there's no way that like I could have done it better. Like sometimes you just have to do what you have to do.
Just so pissed, so angry.
It's just so funny.
You know what? She's a vibe.
She's
a vibe, and God bless her, I guess.
Yeah,
'Cause
she's
we'll-
old too. She's like 15.
She's been around for a long time.
Yeah, she's an old lady. And we
Yeah,
just,
she's
like,
a little old lady.
Let her
She's
do what
just
she wants.
Still fucking grumpy. She's
Yes.
never been nice.
No, she has her moments though, where she is very sweet and cuddly, but only with me.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. I mean,
And
yeah.
only on occasion.
Yeah.
Once a
Even
week.
you guys don't even get like, because it makes me feel better. I don't know. It was there was a couple months where like I would pet her and she would just like hiss, be like,
Oh my god, she hissed.
yeah,
Dude, it was probably because like the dog was around.
yeah. And I also have the dog here, but
Yeah.
I'm like, what am I supposed to do? You know,
It's not you.
Yeah.
It's her.
I don't know. Like, part of me just wants to bring Coleman over every single time I come here, just as a very intense exposure therapy for these goddamn cats.
For the
'cause
cats. Yeah. I just don't think it's.
I don't think. Maybe Reggie. I think Reggie's the one we have to.
Did he warm up to Coleman at all?
There was a moment. It was really cute. I was really hoping for like a beautiful
Yeah.
cat dog moment
Yeah.
where, because Coleman does this thing. Coleman's my dog, where he'll walk up to a cat and he'll like kind of whine at the cat and like wags his tail.
Yeah.
He comes on too strong. That's the problem. But
He's so sweet.
Reggie like laid on its side
Okay.
and he was like, okay. And Coleman was like, fuck yeah. And like he kind of like does like the little pounce, like let's play thing. And then he like ruined the moment.
Scared him.
Yeah.
Oh. Well.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there was a moment where Reggie was like, okay, I can maybe fuck with you.
Yeah.
So I have hope, I guess.
Totally.
Is my point.
Yeah.
So exposure therapy.
Yeah. It could work with Reg for
Yeah,
sure.
I think we could work with Reggie. Stella's not going to change.
No.
And you know what?
Reggie's been here
You've-
for like 6 years.
Yeah.
And she's like, no.
Yeah. I know. Just like from like your other cat.
Exactly.
We'll just have to respect it. Respect the game.
Yes.
Yeah, respect the game.
Speaking of game, what are we talking about today?
Not a Segu, but I appreciate it.
I'll just force it.
I like it. So this story is, I don't know, I guess a bit of a bummer, I would say.
Oh.
I was originally going to do something else, but I will get into why I decided to do this story in a minute.
Okay.
So in the 1970s, as America grappled with the aftershock of the civil rights movement, the Vietnam War, and the rise of new political identities, a quiet revolution was taking shape in San Francisco. At its center was Harvey Milk,
Oh.
a former Navy officer turned activist who had become one of the most first openly gay elected officials in the U.S. and would unfortunately have his life tragically cut short because of it. So today we are covering the life and the assassination of Harvey Milk.
I, you know what is? I actually don't know that much about this story.
Okay.
I never saw the movie,
The movie's pretty good.
and I think this guy's probably a hero.
He's done some major things
Yeah.
in America. And the reason why I wanted to do that, I originally had something else planned. But then I saw that America's fucking drunk texting uncle, Pete Hegseth,
Okay, I don't know who this is.
he is the Secretary of Defense.
Really?
Yeah, he decided to, because there's a Navy ship named after Harvey Milk. He decided to strip the name Harvey Milk from that ship.
Oh God, that's so specific and like targeted and
He called
strange.
it removing politics from naming ships.
Oh my God.
That was his reasoning. But Harvey Milk was the first openly gay elected man in politics in the United States.
Such a weird. Okay.
It's-
Like this seems like such like a small potatoes. Like
yeah. Like, what are we
do
doing?
nothing else to do. Like,
Yeah,
could you
so
do
they-
something else. Be busier.
So they renamed the ship during Pride Month also.
These fucking assholes.
Yeah.
See, it's not okay. Yeah, it's like
you're
intentional.
Yeah, you were just so always on the wrong fucking side of history.
This is our Secretary of Defense.
Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth.
What is Pete's background?
Fox News.
He's not like
I think he was like maybe in the Coast Guard or the National Guard or something.
he was in a military.
No.
He's like not a general or anything.
He was the guy who was like part of the Signal scandal.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that's why he called him the drunk uncle, texting uncle.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So I decided because that happened, we should maybe talk about this story. That was kind of my reasoning.
I like it.
Yeah, because I was pissed when I heard this.
Yeah.
Like, are you fucking kidding?
Yeah. Get a life.
Get a life.
Literally.
Like, just leave people alone.
So weird.
Yeah.
Like, what are you so mad about?
Like,
are you busy?
right? Don't you have anything else to do?
Jesus.
Literally. So Harvey was born May 22nd, 1930 in Long Island. Harvey was born into a Jewish family, and while anti-Semitism was outwardly expressed and even accepted during this time, his parents were also very active in the Jewish community. So the Milks ran a department store on Long Island, and while Harvey tried to hide his religion at school to avoid bullying, he was also hiding something else about him. The fact that he was gay. So he was gay and Jewish.
Okay.
In the early, like, 1930s, 1940s, like, growing up, which is, that'd be hard, right? So in later interviews, Harvey said that he knew when he was a kid that he liked boys romantically, essentially. But he also knew that he had to hide this part of him from everyone.
Yeah, it's rough.
It's unfortunate, yeah. So sources do say that Harvey's father, William Milk, did have suspicions about Harvey's sexuality and would often tell him to man up and act straight. Which is, I don't like that. So Harvey did his best to do so, to not only make his parents happy, but because he saw how the world treated people who were gay.
Yeah, definitely.
In general. So Harvey did his best to play the jock in school. I think it was actually like the captain of the football team.
Okay.
He played multiple sports. He was also hung out with a lot of girls, trying to have this persona of like a young jock, right?
Wow.
But Harvey was playing a role in trying to fit into a world that he knew would reject him if he actually came out and was himself.
Yeah, sad.
So one of the first people Harvey came out to was his rabbi.
Okay.
When he was a teenager in the 1940s, which was obviously something very difficult for Harvey to do. And his rabbi gave him a response that Harvey would remember for the rest of his life. He said this, quote, "You shouldn't be concerned about how you live your life as long as you're living it right."
Oh, wow. I was like, I don't know, because I'm not Jewish, like
what their thoughts are.
Yeah, I was like, it's got to be better than if he was Catholic.
Totally. Yeah.
Okay, so that's good.
So while this is a incredibly progressive statement for this time for a religious figure in general, Harvey still saw how the outside world treated the gay community.
Yeah.
So
he's trying to protect himself.
Absolutely, yeah. So one night in 1947, Harvey was now 17, he went to a popular cruising spot for gay men in Central Park in New York. And this is where he was promptly arrested.
Wow.
So Harvey tells the cops that he was just a high school kid going for a walk and didn't know where he was. And he was just taking a stroll.
Yeah, and like, how are you going to arrest him just for being at someplace?
That was something they could do at the time.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And so, like, the police, like, they let him go. Okay. They're like, okay, you can go on your way, right?
Yeah.
But this kind of seems like a moment where Harvey, like, kind of goes further into the closet because of the fear surrounded, like,
he's dangerous now.
Yeah, like, about being open about his, like, sexuality and, like, also just the repercussions of his family finding out. He just kind of...
Too risky.
Yeah, he got scared. He got scared, which is completely understandable.
Yes.
Yeah. After high school, Harvey goes to school in Albany, New York at New York State College for Teachers. So he starts working as a sports writer and an editor for a local small paper.
That's cool.
However, after a vacation to pre-revolution Cuba, Harvey sees how vibrant and open these people are in their lives, in their sexual identity, and he comes back with a new passion and begins writing about the civil rights movements instead of sports.
Oh, okay.
He's like, this seems more important, right?
Yeah.
So while Harvey was still closeted at this time, this is kind of where we see that activist spark begin.
Because he traveled and saw a different way of life. It's like very important.
Travel does a lot to people.
Yeah.
Like,
it's an education.
It opens your mind.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
Yeah.
In the early 1950s, Harvey leaves college, and he's a little adrift and directionless at this point. His dad suggests / pushes Harvey to join the Navy, and he does. Which is kind of hilarious because he joins the Navy, he gets stationed in San Diego, and this is like the first time he's really introduced to the gay community.
Okay. While he's in the Navy.
Because he's in the Navy. Someone, I can't remember the source I saw, they were compared it to, I guess there's this episode of Simpsons I completely forgot about, where Homer takes Bart to a steel plant.
Okay.
And it's like a bunch of gay men working at a steel plant, but they're all like super buff, but they're like, hi, you know. It's
Yeah,
like,
okay.
it's a really fucking funny episode. And someone compared it to like basically Harvey being
He's like, there's
put into that
nothing but
situation.
dudes here.
There's nothing but dudes here.
Yeah.
Right. And so he goes
Lived
to San
his best
Diego. Yeah. He's like meeting men. This is like the first time he's like maybe exploring that side of himself. And it's also because he's on a different coast.
Yeah.
Right. He's away from his family. He's away from all the people who knew him growing up.
Totally.
So he's kind of like
Anonymous.
Anonymous. Yeah, totally. So Harvey serves during the Korean War as a diving instructor. And he never sees any action during the war, but he does earn some medals, but is found out by the military officials that Harvey is gay.
Oh my God.
So in 1955, Harvey resigns from the Navy with something called other than honorable discharge.
Oh, that's fucked.
And a lot of people, including Harvey, consider this a dishonorable discharge.
Yeah.
Because he was basically told, you have to leave. We know you're gay. You have to go. Which,
God, it's just like crazy because it's your job and your job has no fucking business
with your personal life?
with your personal life.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And like
I mean,
arbitrary.
Yeah.
And like we're just going to like disrespect you and discredit all the work that you did, putting your actual life on the line for this
Right.
country.
But because of your sexual orientation.
It's like, where are we always living in fascism? Like, what the fuck?
What the fuck is, I mean, we look at right now, like all these transgender people getting kicked out of the military who've been serving for fucking a decade and have medals and like high honors. And they're just like being like, no, because you were a different gender when you were born, you
Listen.
can no longer serve.
I think sometimes there are places where too many men make decisions for
Yeah.
too long.
Uh-huh.
Too long.
Mm-hmm.
All men making decisions for too long. And
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
sports is one of those.
Okay.
Or there's a lot of corruption
Mm-hmm.
and just ickiness. And
The military's another
the
one.
military's another one.
I agree. But women are told they are the dramatic ones and they're the overreactors. It's like, who's starting all the fucking wars?
Christ.
Sorry. It's men. Anyways.
Every episode we must.
I know, sorry. We must do a little bit of male bashing.
True, it's just true.
Listen, I think the good ones know. And they're deeply apologetic. I think. I mean, that's the vibe I have gotten. They're like, yeah, we know. We're fucking terrible. Not we. Like,
They are.
The royal we, but like, you know, like a lot of guys are the fucking worst.
Yeah, the older ones.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, there's a lot of men our age who fucking suck too.
I know.
You knew I was gonna say that.
Oh man.
So after this ordeal, Harvey moves back to Long Island. And
Sad.
he's a little worse for wear, obviously. And he's depressed and he starts working as a teacher. And he meets his next boyfriend, a guy named Joe Campbell, who was 19 at the time. Which
Okay.
this is mid 50s. So Harvey's like well into his 20s.
Okay.
And there's a couple times where Harvey dates someone that's kind of young.
Okay.
And he's a little bit older. I don't want to graze over that and act like it's not a thing that gives me pause, I guess. But I don't know what the gay community was like at that time. So
Yeah.
I don't know, like, ageism was a thing. I don't know, right? It just, I don't know. I guess I'm acknowledging it.
I mean, 19 and mid 20s is not inappropriate.
Yeah, there's a worse one.
He gets older and they say the same age.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it sounds like a lot of the times, like, Harvey's was in this relationships. He has a lot of relationships. I took a lot of them out. I'm not gonna lie, because it got too many.
Oh, Harv.
I think his longest relationship was like 6 years, which is fine.
Okay.
But he he almost has this vibe of like he wants to be like a fatherly figure to these like younger men he's with in a relationship.
Strange. It's interesting.
Yeah, like a little bit like a mentorship. You know, instead of like an equal partner.
Sure.
It's a little bit of that vibe.
Okay, maybe powered.
I mean, but like there's also just, I can't imagine dating someone and living in constant fear that anytime you guys go out in public or you see each other or like anyone sees you as a couple, you could be arrested.
I know, that's crazy.
Like you could be like, you know, have a hate crime happen against you. Like just
It's true.
There's so many like different anxieties that come in this era, I think, with these relationships. And so I think a lot of mental health stuff was happening with these men that were not acknowledged and talked about. That's something, an excuse. I think it's something we should consider, though.
All right.
I guess is my point. So I think maybe that's how Harvey dealt with it. Is like more of a mentorship, fatherly figure vibe. Full circle on that thought. So where was I? So Harvey and Joe, the 19-year-old at the time, Joe Campbell, they decide to move to Dallas from New York. But Harvey felt that he was not welcome in this community, not because he was gay, but because he was Jewish.
Okay.
And so they are like, we're going to go back to New York. They like just didn't get
I
the
wouldn't
vibe.
have picked Dallas for them.
I wouldn't have picked Dallas either.
No,
I don't know why they picked Dallas.
No.
Who the hell knows? We don't really know. So Harvey and Joe's relationship lasted 4 years, but not many of them were happy. Harvey would kind of look down on Joe because of their age gap, like I just said. And Joe becomes resentful because of this like weird way that Harvey looks at their relationship. Like, I'm above you, like I'm your mentor, whatever, like kind of fatherly figure thing. So Joe becomes resentful and starts cheating on Harvey.
Okay.
And they finally break up in 1961. So Harvey would have been 31 at that time. So in 1964, Harvey is now in his mid-30s. He's 34. And he starts making good money as a securities research analyst on Wall Street.
Okay.
Don't even know what that job is.
Me neither.
Not even a clue.
Smart guy.
Yeah, he was very smart. So this is when Harvey actually started getting into conservative politics.
Okay.
Which is interesting. And this seems to be
I think
because
it would have been different back at that time.
Well, so the reason before this is because he didn't like government intrusion on citizens.
Interesting.
Which is the kind of the whole thing about conservatives. Is like
so confusing.
Like leave me alone in my choices.
Yeah.
And like that was kind of always their stand, right? And like fiscal responsibility, right? Law and order, fiscal responsibility, you know, just let people live type of situation. But obviously things have changed.
Yeah.
Well, things have changed for people who are not in the quote unquote normal categories for conservatives, I think, in this era of our democracy.
Like MAGA is different than conservative.
Yeah, I think
Agreed.
MAGA is different than conservative, for sure. Yeah. So, however, during this time, Harvey was dating more liberal gay men. He was pretty much like out at this point. I don't think he like had come out to his family specifically, but he was like an adult. He was living in New York.
In his 30s now?
In his 30s.
Okay.
He's dating gay men because he is a gay man, right? So, dating more liberal gay men, he kind of starts to see the side of gay activism in communities and the struggles and the plights of the gay community specifically.
Learning. Yeah.
He's seeing, he's learning, he's opening his eyes to things, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So in the late 60s, Harvey begins dating a 17-year-old.
Okay.
This is the one I'm like, ooh, yeah. His name is...
A child.
Yeah. His name is Jack Galen McKinley, who at the time they met, Jack was dating a 40-year-old. Like I'm saying, I think there's some weird stuff. It seems like Jack maybe wasn't accepted by his family, so he like went off on his own at a very young age, and like,
yeah,
it's not like an excuse. I'm just saying, like, it's a very different era, I think, for men in this kind of lifestyle. So I don't know if grace is the right word. I think just to be acknowledged, right? So Jack is dating someone named Tom O'Horrigan. But in an interesting twist, Tom O'Horrigan...
His name is Tom O'Horrigan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Tom, obviously O''H', O'Rgan, O'Horrigan.
Okay. I love
I know.
Oh, I love it. It's great. What a fantastic little skank.
Fantastic little skank. So Tom actually really likes Harvey Milk, even though he kind of stole his boyfriend, and they become friends.
Okay.
Which is like, okay, whatever. So Tom even had Harvey act a few bit parts in a few of his like off-Broadway plays during this time. Because like Harvey was always talked about being like a very like charismatic, very flamboyant, very like flashy. It was often described as Harvey never met a stranger.
Okay.
Like he'd walk up and like you'd be like your instant friend.
Oh, okay.
Like
Very
that vibe.
charismatic.
Very charismatic, right?
Okay. Well, politician.
So yeah, Harvey is now like working with Tom O'Horrigan. He's dating Jack, and he's like kind of acting in these plays part-time, you know, with Tom. So being surrounded by all these other creative types is kind of what made Harvey transition from being a clean-cut Wall Street dude into a long-haired hippie.
Okay.
Like I said, life experience, you meet
Those are
people.
kind of polar opposites.
It really is, yeah. It definitely seemed like he was figuring some shit out, obviously. I mean, I think just being like gay in this era, I think it just makes you question a lot of things.
Exposed to a lot of this. Like,
Totally, yeah. Harvey also began going to anti-war protests because this is during the Vietnam War. And then he did what I call the Great Hippie Migration. He moved to San Francisco.
Yeah. I was like, he does end up in San Francisco.
Yeah, he moved to San Francisco in 1969. So he originally moved to San Francisco to work on a play that O'Horrigan was putting on. But there actually wasn't any paying work for Harvey in this play.
Okay.
Which seems very of the time, right? They're like, yeah, you can be in the play, but I don't have any like paid work for you, right?
Yeah, you're an extra.
So Harvey cuts his hair and he gets a job at the bank.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's got to go to work.
Right. He's got to go to work. And this is kind of how Harvey ends up in San Francisco initially. By 1972, Harvey and his new boyfriend, at some point him and Jack break up. Now he has a new boyfriend named Joseph. They begin building a life in San Francisco. There was like a year that he went back to New York, but we're going back.
Sure.
We're
Yeah.
staying in San Francisco at this
I
point.
hear you.
There was also a point where he like went to Miami and stuff, which is like there's too many bouncing around. He's all over the goddamn place.
Miami is so fun.
I'm going to Miami.
Harvey's in San Fran
Yes.
with Joe.
Okay. Yes.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, Harvey, his new boyfriend Joseph, began building a life for San Francisco. Harvey had originally planned to open a deli, but instead opened a camera shop on Castro Street, which is a significant part of his story, which is in like the heart of one of the gay districts of San Francisco.
The gayest part, yes. Well, yes. Castro is the gay.
I think it's probably the gayest part because of Harvey Milk.
It's yeah, I'm sure.
So Harvey, now an openly gay man, completely, quickly became a pillar in the gay scene of San Francisco. And Castro Street specifically. So he is dubbed the mayor of Castro Street because with Harvey Milk, it's often described as Harvey never met a stranger. Like I said before,
yeah.
He is just like anyone he meets.
Yeah.
They're like friends instantly, you know. And so he's just one of those guys. Like everyone likes him, right? In 1973, Harvey tries to
larger
run
than life type.
What?
Larger than life.
Yeah,
type of
totally.
energy.
Yeah, like very big energy. Yeah. So in 1973, Harvey tries to run for city supervisor, which is basically like city council.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know why they just don't call them council members, but
I feel like that's a good place to start on your politics journey.
totally, yeah.
I
So
wonder why he would want to do that.
I think because he wants to help the gay community.
He's getting into activism.
Right, yeah, totally. He's getting activism fully. So this first run as city supervisor was unsuccessful because the Democratic committee didn't think he had paid his quote-unquote dues yet.
Okay, sure.
Harvey also didn't have the backing of the gay community activists at this point because they kind of saw him as some like loudmouth New Yorker because he hadn't been in San Francisco for very long.
Yeah, totally. I get it.
So while Harvey was popular in the gay community of San Francisco because he was, you know, kind of this larger than life character, he was very, you know, friendly. Everyone like met him, that loved him. He's still working to gain a political reputation.
Sure, he swung for the fences.
He swung for the fences. Unfortunately,
not there yet.
not there. So Harvey does gain some political backing finally when he joins ranks with the Teamsters Union.
Okay.
And they were planning a boycott of Coors beer at this time because they had hired non-union drivers for their delivery trucks.
Okay.
So the Teamsters is the same. This is the same union that did the UPS strike, I think, last year in 2024.
Yeah, I guess like, how can you like? Are you a part of? Is what was you said it was?
The
What?
Teamsters Union.
No, sorry. Like, what was the beer company?
Coors.
Coors is either part of the union or not.
I don't know if they're part of the union specifically. I think they could hire union or non-union drivers.
Oh, okay.
And I think maybe there was a contract that was breached or something. It was
Got it.
basically like kind of a mess.
Yeah.
Like a messy way of doing things is kind of what it sounds like. Or they had hired union drivers initially, but then decided that they didn't want to
Sure,
hire
that
them.
makes sense.
They didn't
Okay.
want to continue working with them
Sure.
because of what they were
Rates.
asking for.
Yeah,
Their
totally.
rates, which are probably living wage,
I know.
which is so fucked.
Yeah.
So
Unions are a good thing
yeah.
for
So
the people.
Harvey approaches the Teamsters with a proposition. He will convince gay bars to stop stocking Coors beer.
Oh.
They're like, we're not going to sell any more Coors beer.
Sure.
And the Teamsters would start hiring gay truck drivers.
Oh, okay.
You scratch your back, I'll scratch, we'll scratch your back. Let's do this, And so this strategy, it works. And it also becomes kind of the basis for Harvey's political career. And it's finding a link between the LGBT communities and blue collar workers that were underrepresented and underpaid in communities. And just a quick caveat or asterisk, I guess. I am going to say LGBT, just those 4 letters when I'm talking about this community, because while the IA plus communities were out in the world, they were not part of Harvey's, I guess, not agenda. But he just didn't know, like, he wasn't like working with that community specifically.
Okay.
He wasn't working with the intersex, the asex, that type of
Okay.
community. He's only working with lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans.
Okay.
So I am not saying that those communities didn't exist or they were not relevant or they shouldn't have their rights fought for. I am just trying to keep in context with what Harvey was doing.
Yeah, the historical context.
The
was that
historical context,
That was
yes.
as far as we'd gotten.
That was as
in an
far as we had
organized
gotten
way.
in this organized way. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. So just, if you hear that, please know I'm not trying to intentionally keep the other communities out.
But
It's-
IA came later.
Yeah. Well, they existed and they were around.
QIA? LGBTQIA?
Yeah. Queer, intersex, asex,
Those all came a little bit
plus,
later.
yeah, all the plus.
Yeah. I feel like, yes, I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying. I don't think you need to explain it.
So
further.
just, please just know that I'm not trying to purposely.
all of our
not
QIA listeners are going to come
Yeah.
storm the
I don't
castle.
know.
You've noted.
I've noted. I've acknowledged. I'm just saying.
Queer is the best of all, honestly. It's
Honestly,
perfect.
yeah.
It's just like, it is what it is.
Yeah. We're
It's all of it.
deal with it.
We can
Yeah.
all just be queer.
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. So after this Coors boycott, Harvey basically became a full-time activist. This was like the starting point for him. So he created the Castro Street Village Association, which is the first organization in America to consist of businesses owned by LGBT communities. And he would also help organize the Castro Street Fair,
Cool.
which was a way to bring out the public to support these businesses owned by LGBT vendors.
Mhm.
I think it still is going on to this day,
Yeah, sure.
which is really cool.
Okay.
So it's been over 50 years at this point. I think I don't want to say it's the origins of Pride. Stonewall is the origins of Pride. But I think it's part of the Pride history now. I think it's the Castro Street Fair. So in 1975, Harvey ran for city supervisor again, this time with more political power behind him, but he loses again.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So while he triples his vote from the last time he ran, which is great, right? Harvey places 7th of the 7 candidates
Oh, okay.
for city supervisor. I think last time he was 10 of 34 or something.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But he gains 3 times the votes he had before.
sure.
So he's making some strides. But
Okay.
It's,
We're calling it a win.
it's an uphill battle,
Okay.
no matter what. However, it is called a win, I think, at this point, because Harvey does get the attention of the newly elected mayor of San Francisco, George Moscone.
Okay.
So Moscone was considered a very liberal mayor for this time, and he wanted to bring people into his cabinet that actually reflected the people of San Francisco.
Okay.
So that's when Moscone appoints Harvey Milk to the Board of Permanent Appeals in 1976.
Got it. Okay. He's in there. Now he's working.
So this makes Harvey Milk the first openly gay city commissioner in America, which is a big fucking deal.
Yeah, the openly gay part.
Yeah. Let's be real.
Because I'm like, there's a lot of
There's a
politicians,
lot
y'all.
Yeah, even now, let's be real. It's like I think the RNC like broke Grinder.
I can't.
Like the Grinder server
That's crazy.
was overloaded during the RNC.
It can't be real.
It is fucking real. It's what happened.
Oh, God.
It's just the calls coming from inside the house, girl. Always.
All right.
Okay. Sorry. However, Harvey Milk wasn't done with running for office, even though he was appointed. Harvey wanted to prove that an openly gay person could be elected to a political position and not just appointed by a, quote, straight ally. He's like, I want to prove that someone can be elected who is openly gay, which is great, right? So Harvey resigns from the Permanent Appeals Board and runs for city supervisor for a third time.
Oh, he's like, I'm really going to be city supervisor, girl. I'm doing it.
He wins the election in 1977. He won this time.
Nice.
So third time's a charm.
Yeah, people knew who he was.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, this is really niche and I don't expect you to
okay.
know this. Do we know how often those elections are? Those
I think it's every 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's what...
That makes sense. Because I'm like,
yeah, because he ran for in 1975 and then he runs again in 1977. Along with Harvey Milk being elected this year in 1977, we see the first single mother, the first Chinese American man, and the first black woman elected to the Board of Supervisors. So it's a pretty dynamic group, right? And while this is incredibly progressive, we see the other side of the coin get elected as well. In 1977, Dan White was also elected. He's a name you gotta remember. So Dan White was a Vietnam vet and a former police officer and firefighter for the
Interesting.
Hero Complex.
They usually don't
I know.
do it
Crossover
like that.
yeah, it's probably a little different now than it was back then. So Dan White felt that the city of San Francisco was beginning to become overrun with social liberalism, pot smokers, and the gay community.
Reefers.
Right. He says something else than the gay community that's kind of a slur, and so I don't want to add it into here.
The F word?
He just says H.
What does that mean?
Homo sapien.
Homos?
Yeah.
He said homos?
Oh,
Well,
I guess Meg
actually
just
haven't heard
fucking
that
said
in a
it.
minute. I haven't heard that word in a minute.
I know. Yeah.
I didn't even. I was like, what word? I haven't heard that.
F would probably
You can add it.
would have been this first one, but yeah, no, he calls everyone. He calls him that. So
I guess it's better than the F word.
I know, but it's not great. It's a little slur, especially coming from this person.
Certainly.
Yeah, I think it definitely depends on the person saying
That's
it. So he gets elected to the Board of Supervisors.
Where?
In San Francisco.
How?
They're all on the same goddamn board at this point.
Oh dear.
This fucking guy.
Why do we as people, how is it possible that we are this conflicted as a population of people?
I think just because we're so different, but just so different backgrounds, which is technically what is supposed to make America great and progressive and fun and cool. But then we just have all these goddamn losers like this
I just
guy.
really have a hard time feeling 50% or equal amount of people feel one way and equal amount of people feel another way. Are we really that split on things?
I think we are now. I think just
wild.
The 2016 election really changed that for a lot of people, unfortunately.
All right,
Meg. I'm going to show you a picture of this man.
Okay.
And you're going to have feelings about him. Because I did. But remember, he's a homophobe. So just be aware.
He's got a great jawline. He does. He looks like Stan Smith from American Dad.
Good morning, USA.
He's the human version.
A little bit, yeah.
He's got these big sideburns.
Yeah, got big old burns.
Big swoopy hair. Big hair. Lots of
to give
hair.
you an idea, in the movie Milk, Josh Brolin plays him.
Oh, yeah.
Which feels like a very accurate depiction.
Yeah, big hair. Yeah.
You got that
square
it's like a
jawline.
helmet.
Lots of hair.
Yeah, it's like a helmet and the sideburns of hair. He's conventionally attractive.
Yes.
I would say. I was trying to not have you be like, oh, he can get it.
Do you know what's so funny? I was like hanging out with Dave last night, and I was like talking about we have we're gonna do a trade. Sorry, you can cut all this, but like we're gonna trade my sister for the cherries at her house, and we're gonna do like we've got blueberry bush,
right?
She's got cherry trees, and she's like, can we do a trade for blueberries? And I said yeah, and I'm like looking up all these cherry desserts on Instagram, and I'm like flipping through, and I'm like, this one could get it, and Dave's like, what? And he was like, what do you mean? I was like the pussy. You're gonna have to nix the. You have to edit the viewer.
I don't think we need to.
You have to. I was like,
no.
and
This is
like,
what is a expletive warning on these podcasts?
No. I just like, no one can hear me say that word. It's so foul. Anyway, and he's just like, sorry, like what? And I was like, you're listening to the pod, and he's like, no. It's like, and so I had to explain to him like, he's like, why would cherry pie get it? Like I don't understand. I was like, it's just a joke, like
dummy.
God. I was like, anyway, he's like, you're so raunchy. I was like, yeah, I guess so, but like then I had to show, and so naturally I was like, well, this is where the lore started, and so of course I showed him the Mothman booty.
I think people really underestimate like how much of a dirty girl you are. Including myself sometimes.
I just say things that are crazy sometimes.
There's some holes in this house. It's okay. I love it. Okay, so initially Dan White and Harvey Milk were not massive political adversaries.
Okay.
Harvey believes that he can get through to Dan. And he's like, I can get him to see the plight of this community.
Like I'm a human.
Yeah,
he just needs to get to know some of us.
He just needs to get to know some of us, which is a very noble way of approaching things.
And a reasonable assumption about another human.
Yeah. And he's hoping that working with Dan, like closely like this, will help Dan become less of a fucking homophobe, for lack of a better word.
Man, okay. Sounds like it doesn't go well.
And also, like, they're both veterans.
Yes.
You know, they're both, like, kind of blue-collar guys. Yeah. Like, they do have a lot in common. It's just, like, one person likes men and one person likes women.
Has a problem with people liking men?
Yeah. Like, just chill the fuck out. Like, it's none of your goddamn business. Anyways, okay. So, unfortunately, one voting issue changes Dan and Harvey's working relationship as colleagues. In Dan White's district, there's a proposal to build and open a juvenile detention center, and Dan is campaigning to get this, like, turned down. He's like, we don't want this here. It's that classic NIMBY scenario, not my backyard.
Okay, sure.
So the city council votes on the issue.
Why do they need one though? I'm like,
juvenile detention center.
Yeah. All right. Let's work on like other things.
It's the 70s. There's a lot of kids. I mean, like I'm saying, there probably should have been a better program, but that's just what they're doing right now.
Okay, so he's like, don't put them here.
Exactly. So the city council votes on this issue presented by Dan White. He's like, hey, don't vote for this. And Harvey votes for the proposal instead of against, like Dan had thought.
Okay.
And like Dan, it seems like Dan like had thought and hoped that Harvey would vote against it because it does pass. And it's never really said why Harvey votes this way.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a bit of a gray area whether or not like they had a conversation before this of, hey, you vote for this for me, I'm gonna vote for this for you, like kind of the same thing as like he was doing with like the Coors boycott.
If you've seen to be, that's all they're doing is handshaking and making deals and like, right, how are we gonna work together behind the scenes, like,
exactly,
how are you gonna benefit me?
It's not really ever said why Harvey voted against it.
Or for it,
sorry, not against it. But this changes the tide for them, their relationship as colleagues. So Dan White, taking this vote as a sign of betrayal, basically
betrayed, holds a grudge. Okay,
he basically refuses to work with Harvey Milk, and Dan now kind of hates this guy.
Oh dear. Okay.
And it said that like
it sounded like he probably kind of didn't like him. To
right. It was like just the excuse, right, as a catalyst. It got to the point where they wouldn't even talk to one another. They would only talk through their aides.
Okay, sure.
So it became pretty bad, pretty volatile, pretty quickly. For example, while Harvey pushes one of the most progressive anti-LGBT discrimination bills in U.S. history, at the time, everyone votes to pass it in San Francisco on the city council. Dan White is the only one to vote against it. He was staunchly just always like voting against Harvey Milk, no matter what thing
What
was.
it was.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was like, nope, not doing it.
Enemies.
Yeah, and women are called dramatic.
Oh.
So in 1978, Harvey was working as a city supervisor, but was also getting death threats daily because he was a gay man
Jesus.
working during the 70s. And he even makes a tape recording that says, quote, "in the event of my assassination."
Oh, wow.
So Harvey kind of like always thought that maybe he would be
Holy
killed
shit. Oh, wow. Okay.
because of like just how outspoken he
How
was.
much people hated him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how much he pushes back, how much he's always constantly like working
Yeah.
for this community, and he kind of eventually thought that he was going to
Wow.
be killed because of it.
Wow, okay. Damn.
So I know it sucks. So while some progress was being made in the effort to support gay rights, there was also a movement of anti-gay legislation going on in America. And it sounds like a big part of this is this fucking singer named Anita Baker.
Okay.
Or Anita Bryant.
Okay.
I don't know any of her songs. I don't care to know any of her songs. But she was basically... She got a bunch of, like, LGBT rights revoked in Florida during this era in a guise of saving the children.
Okay.
It's like, we're doing the same thing 50 years later. It's so stupid. But this starts like this movement across the country to like bring up all this anti-LGBT legislation.
Okay.
They're like, oh, she can do it here. Let's keep doing it.
Yeah.
So this is when State Senator John Briggs brought something called Proposition 6 to the California Senate. So this bill, if passed, would make it mandatory to fire any gay teachers in California, openly gay teachers, or any teachers who held any sort of support for the gay.
Oh, both.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
If you weren't gay, if you supported the gay community, you were going to get fired. Or if you weren't gay, sorry.
Mandatory?
Mandatory.
Ew.
So basically, we're only going to have bigots teaching kids at this point. Or people who just like, we're like, I'm indifferent, right? Which is incredibly fucked up
It's wild.
on so many levels. This was 50 years ago. Like,
I know.
it's not that long ago.
It just like wasn't that long ago that, and I think there are probably still people that conflate not being heterosexual with being a pedophile.
Yeah.
Like these are
that was a big thing during this era.
different things.
Yeah.
You can like grown men
As a grown
as
man.
a man
Yeah.
and not molest children.
Yeah.
Like, they're very different.
In fact, the statistics kind of dictate it the other way.
I know.
Let's be fucking real.
Yeah.
Like, I remember there was a friend in high school. Oh, he was a friend in high school. We are staunchly different now. He would always bring up the argument like, well, if we like let gay people like do what they want and be what they want, what's to say that like we can't let people like touch animals in that way? And I'm like, how fucking ignorant of a statement is that? And you can't see the difference is just mind-boggling.
Yeah, we need to have a conversation about consent first of all.
First of all, it's
One
like,
of these parties can,
yeah.
and the other cannot.
Also, it's just like, oh my God. Like, it's just like, I can't even like have a conversation at that point with those types of people. Because it's just, you're so far off the map of like reality and like what's actually happening that I can't bring you back into this realm, right? That's what it feels like in a lot of those situations. And so, yeah. So just this Prop 6 is fucking horrendous. It's not great. So Harvey obviously is also horrified by this bill. So he ran a fierce campaign against it. And this is when he starts something called the Come Out campaign, which was trying to get those who were still closeted to come out in solidarity to this bill as
That's
an
a lot to
opposition.
ask.
It's a lot to ask. And to show communities that the gay community is as small of a minority as many thought it was at this time, and that every voter within California probably knows and loves someone who is gay.
Okay.
But like, you need to show, you know, that you're here, right? And this is also when Harvey gives his famous hope speech. If you've watched Milk, I think they highlight that pretty significantly.
Yeah.
So this is a big deal. Like, it's I think televised, or at least it's on the radio. It's like kind of boosting him up on a platform at this point. So the campaign that Harvey had done against Prop 6 works insanely well. In August of 1978, the polls show 61% of voters supported the Prop 6, which means it's going to pass, right?
Yeah.
After Harvey Milk and others campaigned against this proposition, the polls switched to 50% of voters who were opposed
Oh, good.
to Prop 6. So he
We
flipped.
could still only get 50.
I know, only 58, but he flipped it in a way that like was going to work.
It was successful.
Yeah.
Oh.
So on November 7th, 1978, Prop 6 was not passed because of Harvey Milk's efforts.
Where's the applause?
The snaps.
Case.
know what that is.
There it is.
We had like a bit of a fuck you beat moment. I definitely did not put that on the sound pad. I don't know where that came from. Why is that there?
Thank God the applause is still there.
I know. That's really funny. And so the next day after Prop 6 not passing, Dan White decides to quit as city supervisor.
Okay.
He's like, I'm out.
Okay.
He states it's because he's not making enough to support his family during this time.
Okay.
He's like, this salary isn't enough. He's like, I'm fucking out of here.
Mm-hmm. I'm a sore loser. And I'm
I
outta
know,
here.
right? Just a fucking whiny little baby.
Go on.
And Dan White was often described as like someone who was hard to work with. He was very combative and like a little like kind of flew off the rails easily. Some might say a little bit emotional.
I bet he had like a 2 martini lunch pretty regularly.
Like a bologna sandwich. 2 martinis and a bologna sandwich.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. So, with the success being more in the public eye, with Prop 6 not passing, and like Harvey kind of getting some notoriety, like at least statewide, let's say California, Harvey Milk begins turning his sights on a mayoral race.
Mm-hmm.
But sadly, that would never happened.
Oh.
I'm sorry. So, while Harvey Milk was out getting some work done with his communities, Dan White is becoming more and more disenfranchised and angry with the state of San Francisco, becoming more liberal. He's
Well,
just like
he
he
doesn't
doesn't
win
like
the
change.
battle.
He does
Sorry.
not like fucking. He definitely does not win the battle. He does not like change.
It doesn't go your way, bro.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So after Dan White initially quits his job as supervisor, he is convinced by some friends and family that he should continue the good fight for American values and the family unit, the bullshit I always fucking spin, that he should go back and go back to a supervisor position.
Okay.
They're like, no.
Does
they're
he
like,
run again? Is that how that works?
No, I'll tell you. I'll tell you right now.
You can't leave and come back, bro. Get out of here.
So Dan White goes to Mayor Moscone
Uh-huh.
and tries to get his job back.
Oh my God.
And originally Mayor Moscone agrees to bring him back. I don't think it had been like publicly known that he quit.
Got it.
Um,
Still, absolutely not. It's a no for me.
Yeah, but initially Mayor Moscone, he agrees. He's like, okay, you can come back. You're fucking dramatic little baby. But then he changes his mind and refuses. He's like,
Oh.
actually, no.
Yeah.
You left,
Yeah.
We
get outta
broke
here.
up.
Kick rocks.
right? Yeah. To the left, as Beyonce says.
Yeah, you've already proven you don't want to be here. Go fuck off.
Yeah, seriously. And it seems like Moscone, Milk, and other supervisors were hoping that they could get someone more liberal to fill Dan's seat.
Okay, sure.
And they never would have to deal with Dan White again. Because like I said, he was kind of a problematic person to work
Sure.
with in the beginning and
Yeah.
just in general. And they're like, thank God he's gone. And he's like, oh, can I come back? And they're like, fuck no.
It's actually been nice without you.
It's
here.
actually been great. So leave. So Dan White is obviously upset by this. He's like, oh,
Okay.
but I broke up with you and now you don't want to get back together. You know, type of vibe. So on December 27th, 1978, Dan White returns to City Hall with his police-issued revolver in his pocket. And it's loaded with hollow point bullets.
He's the fucking murderer? Oh my God.
Yeah. So he climbs through an open window in the basement of City Hall to avoid the metal detectors.
I'm shocked. I'm over here like, damn, I guess at least he like did his own murder. Like didn't hire somebody to do it for him.
So and then he goes to Mayor Moscone's office and shoots him 4 times.
Oh my God, he shot the mayor.
He shot the mayor.
Damn, I don't know this story.
So Dan White kills Mary Moscone 30 minutes before Moscone was supposed to have a press conference announcing White's supervisor seat replacement.
Oh, okay.
So it's the same day.
Mm. Wow.
So after he kills Mayor Moscone, Dan quickly walks out of the mayor's office and down a corridor where he intercepts Harvey Milk and asks them if they can go into his office and talk.
Okay.
Dan White then shoots Harvey Milk 5 times.
Holy shit, he lured him?
Including 2 shots to the head.
Oh, that's really cowardly and terrible.
Mm-hmm.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah. Dianne Feinstein hears the commotion because she's also working in City Hall this time as, I think, the head of the supervisors.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So she hears the commotion happening and calls the police. She initially thought that Dan White just killed himself in his office.
5 times?
I don't know. So Dianne Feinstein, then finds Harvey Milk dead in his office. Dianne fucking Feinstein.
I know, I'm like, this is
Super random. Like, when I did the research, I was like, holy shit, I did not know that. So Harvey Milk and George Moscone were both declared dead on November 27th, 1978. Moscone was 49, Harvey Milk was 48. And this is a picture of them together at City Hall. Harvey Milk is closer to the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Something I also didn't realize that was this same fucking month was the Jonestown Massacre.
Mm-hmm. It was a weird time.
This was a really weird time. So like
We're also living through weird times.
I
They
know.
are not unprecedented.
Yeah,
Sometimes
so
it's
2 weeks prior to this happening, everyone in Jonestown is dead, including the senator that was killed on the California senator.
70s were wild.
The 70s were a wild fucking time.
Yeah.
So after leaving City Hall, Dan White calls his wife and she picks him up and he turns himself in.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, he just instantly goes to the police station.
Jesus.
He goes to a police station that he is well liked and he's well known. He like knows the cops.
I'm like, sir, what did you think? You didn't care that you were going to go to prison?
Oh,
Or?
we'll talk about it.
Christ. Okay.
Yeah. There's talks of like, jokes being made at the police station, about killing an F word and like, they're just like joking about it. They don't think it's like a serious thing. The police are like, oh, you killed the liberal
giving him a
guy
pat on the back.
Yeah,
for it.
exactly.
Gross.
Yeah, cheersing him. So on the evening of the assassination, a candlelight march is held to honor the memories of Harvey Milk and George Moscone. And it starts from Castro Street to City Hall. The estimated attendance of this march is 25,000 to 40,000 attendees, which is a huge fucking march.
Yeah. That's a lot of gay folks.
Yeah. Not even gay
And
folks.
people that support gay folks.
Yeah, just like that community, right? So the bodies of Moscone and Milk were put on display at City Hall on November 29th for mourners to pay their respects.
Wow.
And then Moscone's funeral services held at St. Mary's Cathedral, where thousands attended service. Harvey Milk has 2 different funeral services, one at a Jewish temple and the other is at an opera house in San Francisco. So it's like the duality of Harvey Milk, Jewish and gay.
Yeah.
It's like are both being acknowledged and welcome. So Dan White goes on trial and had a jury that consisted mostly of middle-class white Catholics.
Oh, no.
Any openly gay jurors or minorities were dismissed to be on the jury.
The prejudice can be like
Can you both not be any more fucking obvious?
I'm just like, you shouldn't probably be gay, and you probably shouldn't be like Catholic either.
Yeah, right. We need like just very middle range humans. Okay, so Dan White claims that he was distraught over being told that he could get his job back initially.
The job that he quit.
Only for Mayor Moscone to recant his offer. Like I said, women are called emotional. Look at this motherfucker.
I know. It's yeah.
So then Dan White says that he goes on a junk food binge that night before he murders Milk and Moscone.
Okay.
And this causes him to have a severe diminished capacity.
Because he's full?
Because he's on junk food. He's like a sugar high, like a toddler.
I've honestly never heard a gayer statement. that like I was upset, so I ate a bunch of junk food.
Yeah,
and
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
I
The
wasn't
call's
myself.
coming from inside the house.
Oh my god. Okay, go on.
So this, he says, this causes him to have diminished capacity that made him make rash decisions,
I've never heard anything more fucking stupid in my life.
and that he wouldn't usually kill two fucking people. The newspapers dubbed this the Twinkie defense.
That's okay. They should, call it the Twinkie defense because it's that stupid.
It's that stupid.
The sugar altered my brain chemistry,
Pretty much what he's saying.
bro. It wasn't just sugar.
Yeah. So the jury sadly buys into this defense. And Dan White's sob story. He basically, there's like a like taped confession of him like saying why he did the things he did, and he's like crying, and the person who was like giving the interview, like in the taped interview, they like even thank him for his honesty at the end. It's so blatantly obviously gross and biased. It's fucking ridiculous.
Okay, so what happens?
So there's even a moment when some jurors cry during Dan White's confession is being played in the courtroom. So on May 21st, 1979, Dan White was acquitted of first-degree murder and found guilty of voluntary manslaughter.
So they're like, oh, you really didn't mean to do it? You
Yeah,
didn't mean
like
to like
you-
lure him into
Yeah, you're just a little baby that had too much-
They fucked it up.
Yeah. So he
such a-
was sentenced to a little over 7 years in prison. He was released in 5
For
years.
killing two people.
For killing two people.
Holy
He kills
shit. And cold blood.
in cold blood. So he serves 5 years.
That's such. Oh my god. That's how. Bigoted
Yeah.
the situation.
Obviously.
is. And at the
yeah,
time,
Yeah.
that is fucked. Tragedy.
Yeah. On October 21st, 1985, Dan White was found in his garage and had died from self-inflicted carbon monoxide poisoning. So he was 39 years old when he dies.
39.
Only 39.
So young.
Very young, just
so angry.
so angry. That's what I'm saying. It feels very similar to this era of men that we're kind of seeing now.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of young men who are like fucking MAGA conservative weirdos because they're like given this information from like the Andrew Tates of the world and the Joe Rogans of like, you know, it's just like,
Jordan Peterson.
yeah, like what the
Mhm.
fuck is wrong with you? You know, it's gross. It's gross, and I hate it here. So much of San Francisco, including the now mayor Dianne Feinstein, she's working up in the ranks. She condemns this verdict when it's initially said. She was like, "This is horseshit,"
Yeah.
as a lot of other people say. And the city boils over and causes what's now called the White Night riots, which could be its whole other like separate like side episode almost. It's basically people in like the Castro Street district, like all the gay communities, all like the more liberal communities, they basically riot when they hear the verdict from Dan White.
Sure.
Which, what the fuck, right?
Mhm.
You know, it's like very similar to like Rodney King, I
Yeah.
would say.
Yep.
And there's also a lot of talk of like police saying homophobic slurs to people who are rioting and like beating them with batons. Like even like the ICE raids, the ICE riots right now, just like all of it, it just seems very similar, I guess.
Yeah, interesting.
Like it's a little bit of the call coming from inside the house still. So Harvey Milk's life was cut short, but his legacy only grew louder in death. He became not just a symbol of hope for the LGBTQIA plus community, but a reminder that one voice brave enough to speak out can ripple across generations. In the decades since his assassination, his name has been etched into schools, streets, and legislation. In 2009, he was posthumously awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by Barack Obama, and it was given to his nephew. And in 2016, the U.S. Navy named a ship in his honor.
Wow.
A powerful gesture for a man who was once forced out of the military because of his sexuality. But in a controversial move during Pride Month, that ship was quietly renamed, erasing his name from the hull. Still, Harvey's legacy is more than a name on a ship.
Mm-hmm.
It lives in the policies that he inspired, the communities that he empowered, and the millions who continue to draw strength from his story. So I'll end this story with some of Harvey Milk's words. The only thing they have to look forward to is hope. And you have to give them hope. Hope for a better world, hope for a better tomorrow, hope for a better place to come if the pressures at home are too great. Hope that all will be all right.
I'm like, we all need it.
I know.
It's
And
so
that
true.
is the Harvey Milk story.
Let me just give Harvey another round of applause.
Right.
Cheers to Harvey.
Cheers to Harvey. I guess it's a little comforting that the good fight is still happening, but it's also a little disturbing that the good fight is still happening in that sense, right?
I guess there's a part of me that's like, you know what? Because I think we hear so much and feel so much that like
There's so much doom and gloom.
just like it's unprecedented, and I'm like, you know what? Seems precedented. So like, we'll be okay.
I hope so. I don't know.
Eventually.
It's a wild time.
It's not cool,
Yeah.
but it's, you know, humans are
Right.
very resilient.
Yeah, we've seen
So.
people, I mean, put in the effort, put in the fight for so long, and we will continue.
Cyclical.
Yeah.
There is hope.
There is always hope, for sure,
Mhm.
as Harvey said.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I have nothing.
What is
I'm
it?
emotionally drained.
Like rate and review.
Yeah. Do some stuff. Help a sister out. We do eventually have some exciting news.
Oh.
To tell.
Exciting news.
Yeah, to tell the people,
Okay.
the good people
Okay.
that listen to this pod.
Can't wait.
TBD.
I was like, I don't think I know this news.
You
I'm-
do. We talked about we talked about it briefly, but yeah, we will. Yeah, we'll talk to you guys soon about that.
Mhm. All right,
But
sweet.
next
News
week-
on the horizon.
Another episode. You know the game.
We'll be here.
Follow this bitch. Follow my bitch. What? I don't know. Give us 5 stars for the love of God. Help a sister out. And until next time,
Stay grimly curious.
help my bitch.
Thank you so much for listening. Music by Alex Kingston and Adam McKinnon.
For podcast photos and updates, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Grimly Podcast.
Be sure to rate and review, and we will see you next week for another episode. Bye, bitch.